What's ripening, YouTube? We're making some progress today. We've been working on expanding the nursery or moving it over. Here's the beginning of it here. One thing that we're working on today is putting a roof on the container so that we can collect our own rainwater. I just finished the other day. My buddy let me use his workshop and we made brackets, metal brackets. We just cut these down and drilled holes in them, and we're getting ready to weld them to the side of the container. As you can see up here, I came up here with an angle grinder and I've just scratched off the paint so that I have a clean connection. I'm going to be welding these up just like that. You can see all those bald spots on the paint here. It's like every 3 feet or so. And then I'm going to use these. This is reclaimed wood from an old dock. I'm going to stand these up and bolt them onto my brackets. And then I'm going to have joists that basically hang from this side and just kind of sit on the top of the container over there, and I'll strap them down. And I'm creating a low pitch roof that it's going to go into. Let me climb back down the ladder. It's going to go into this gutter that I attached to this side of the container. As you can see, the downspout's going to come right here, and we're going to be placing some IBC totes right here. Probably going to stack them 2 high. We're going to start with 2 and then go to 4 and then 6. The reason why we're going to collect rainwater is because it's the best thing for the plants, and it's the best thing for the things that I'm going to be using on the plants. I'm going to be using some natural farming methods, and with natural farming you're trying to breed microbes and you're working with nature. So when you use water like tap water that's got chlorine in it, it kind of goes against what you're trying to do. So using the rainwater, you have the least effect on the microbes. It's a good beneficial environment for them, and so that's why we're collecting rainwater. I do thankfully have access to water from my neighbor at this point, so I can irrigate my nursery, but I'm going to be collecting rainwater anyway because I'm going to be using it when I have it, and then also to make these inputs. So that's where we are today. That's our update, and we'll come back to it as we move along. Alright, so we just finished welding all these brackets on, and I just painted them with some primer, so we're waiting for them to dry right now. Don't laugh at my welding because I don't weld very often, and I was using a mask where I couldn't see at all for the first half. But anyway, we got them all put up. You can probably see them. There's one, there's one. I already pre-drilled holes in these so that I can run the stringer along this side, which I'll show you in just a second. We were just trying to decide if we're going to make an overhang off the front of the container, off the front, so we'd have some protection in the rain, but I don't think it's going to work out the way I thought. But so here's the rafters. These guys stand up like this, and they're going to be bolted onto these brackets, and that's going to support 2x4s that are going to run from the bracket all the way over to this side. Let's see if you can see, to this side, and just lay right on top. And I've got some Simpson strong tie anchors to anchor those down. So anyway, we're at a stopping point, so I wanted to do a little update, and I'll get back to you as we go. Alright, so we spray painted the mounts, let those dry for a little while. We put our stringer up here, drilled through the hole in the mount, and then bolted the stringer, making a nice solid connection. So this is solid on the top of the container. And then I went ahead and I put these hangers on the top all the way down. It's going to end up being, I think, 19 of them. And I just need to go and buy my 2x8s. These are going to be 2x8s that run that way. And then I've got little anchors that I'm going to put down. This is all garbage wood, ignore that. But 2x8s are going to run like this from from here all the way down and then rest right on the edge with the little anchor. And then on that side, the water's going to land in the gutter. So I just, I'm going to have the wood where it stops here. So rain will run off the roof, land right there. Run down the gutter and into my rain catchment. Alright, we're getting somewhere now. We've got all the studs or the trusses in place. I'm putting all these 1x3s down so I can attach the metal roofing to the top. And I've also been putting on these hurricane straps. These are just bolted in with self-tapping screws, and I use a neoprene washer, hopefully to reduce the corrosion that might happen in that hole. Basically, I bolted them right into the container on this side, screwing them into this piece of wood, and then I'm using a hammer to bend this over the top like that, and then I'm going to screw into the top, and that will keep that side down. The other side I already showed you is the welded brackets, because that was a bigger piece of wood that I wanted to stand up on those, so I used bigger brackets. This side, I think the strap's enough. I ran out of screws, so I gotta go to Home Depot and get some more again, and return a couple things, so stay tuned. Alright, we're almost there now. I used up all my old roofing material, so I had to go buy some new stuff. Here's the new ones. I'm just going to trim off the ends that are hanging over and then use those pieces to fill in this little section here. Just using my trusty sawzall to cut these. It's not beautiful cuts, but this is a pretty low budget project. So here it is, finally finished. You can see there's the old reclaimed roofing, and then I had to go buy the last little bits, and we just got through trimming this overhang off. It was kind of a rough cut because I was using this sawzall because I don't have a metal blade for my circular saw, so it's pretty ugly, but it works. So now we have some catchment. We can catch rainwater and we can use it in the garden, so I'm excited, and that's the end of this part of the project.